Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, August 16th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, I listen to the wisdom of my courageous heart. Whew! Okay, so let's do a brief week overview. Oh my goodness. I say oh my goodness because we have a lot of Uranus energy, and also just even looking at the cards, I feel like the cards this week or the cards for today are just kind of giving us like kind of a week overview. I'm actually going to start with the cards because why not? The only card that's upright is the schizophrenia card. So this is the Two of Swords, and so the Two of Swords is like this or that, this or that, this or that, this or that, and I feel like we as a whole, we as the world right now are kind of being pulled apart, divided, this or that, make a decision. What side do you stand on? Where do you stand? Where do you stand? Where do you stand? Where do you stand? And I love the wisdom of this card because the wisdom of this card is forget the this or that, fall heart first into this nice, soft, cushy landing spot. I know nothing really feels so soft and cushy right now, but your heart does. And this is where you want to keep like leaning into. Now the rest of the cards are in reverse, and my feeling is like this reverse is like this is all gonna be at play throughout this week. We're gonna be experiencing these energies at play through various times, and you're gonna be like, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. So at the top of all the cards is the healing card in reverse. What I feel like with this is that this week may not necessarily feel like a healing week. I feel like it's gonna feel more like a kind of week in general, which makes me so sad because I love Leo time, but we got some stuff going on. But in the background there is healing, and what is the healing? It is through our personal liberation. We've got the Rebel card, also in reverse, and you see here, like liberating through these chains. And so I'm really feeling there's a major liberation process through everything we're going through, and this liberation leads to our healing. However, we're probably not going to feel liberated. In fact, we're probably going to feel, I don't have this card, but, and the word just left me, not suffocated, the card where the person's all tied up. I can't get the word right now. Anyway, I think we're going to feel constricted by things this week, whether it's by, like, not sleeping because of all the Uranus energy, or feeling the fear. I feel like this is kind of a week where we may feel the fear of, like, oh my gosh, Afghanistan, Lebanon, South Africa, Europe, Iceland, America, Canada, oh my god. I think all of that is just going to be like, oh, this is why I have a sore neck, huh? Weighing us down. And our work is, how do we liberate ourselves from these energies weighing us down? When we have our heart facing down, when we're have our heart buried in the fear, we're not able to shine that light, and that's what the world needs. And this is why we need to listen to the wisdom of our courageous heart to help us through these energies. So, there will be liberation, but it will be through the constriction, through moving through the fields of the constriction that we get to that liberation. I love this card. We have the Silence card. My feeling is incessant brain chatter, incessant monkeys, incessant bombardment by the world around us. It's not going to feel all that silent. This card, it's not so much about noise or silence, it's about success, and it's about lining up with the vibration of success. This is the Star card, and so we have to keep that in the back of our mind through all of that and connect the wisdom of our heart to that star energy. And finally, this is in reverse as well. I think we're going to have a case of monkeys this week. I think we're going to have a major case of monkeys this week. And this is a call, what can you put down? Where do you need to take your monkeys for a walk? Where do you need to take you for a walk to get past all of them? So that's why we had to start with these cards, because these cards are so demonstrative of this week. So on the surface, it may not look like it's so much going on. We have Uranus going retrograde. So unless Uranus is like sitting right on top of you, it is sitting on top of my Chiron right now. I am feeling it. But unless it's got you like right there, you may not necessarily feel it. However, anytime Uranus does stuff, it really affects my sleep. So Uranus is going retrograde on the 19th, Thursday, the 19th. So you may find your sleep for a few days before, a few days after, messed up. I'm already seeing people have messed up sleep anyway from all the Uranus, Virgo, Gemini energies going on, super strong electrical, mental energies. I actually posted a crazy electrical storm we had here on Friday night. It was just lightning. It was so indicative of the energy. So you may already be there. This is going to heighten that. Take time to connect in. I was actually tuning into my neck is so sore today, and I didn't do anything. Like, it feels like I exercised like hardcore, and I did not. I went grocery shopping and tried to take it easy. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, I sat for a minute tuning in, and you know, it's just like ground. And when I ground in, I felt my cord was just so frayed from all the energy. So it was like a call to like heal my grounding cord. Take some time, especially if you're feeling any pain. I gotta tell you, doing that helped my neck a lot. Still some pain, but it helped it a lot. Anyway, check in with your grounding cord. Is it frayed? Is it there? Like, is it okay? Is it strong? Can you expand it? Expanding it may help through this week. So, in addition to Uranus going retrograde, which can stimulate some stuff, and let me just say, Uranus is about liberation and change, and it is the revolution, evolution energy. Things may get pushed, and a lot of times, especially with Uranus in Taurus, it does feel like it does affect the land. So grounding in, connecting to the land, connecting to Mother Earth energy can help you through this. Can help you like hold on for the ride. We also have the moon shifting into Aquarius. Yeah. Going into a full moon in Aquarius, our second full moon in Aquarius. And it's going to be Aquarius 29 degrees. So if you remember, the full moon last a month ago, and Jupiter just recently going back in 29, it just really amplifies that energy. So we got that. On top of that, we have Yods. Woo! Yods, finger of God, the finger of fate, reminding us this is important. Right now, what is important? The Leo energy. We have the Yod focusing on the sun in Leo, reminding us the heart is what is drawing us through the eye of the needle. Keep connecting to your heart. Now, your heart, it's not about having a bleeding heart. It's listening to the wisdom of the heart. It's listening and being called into your courageous self. It is like the strength card. So really stepping into that energy to help support you through any fear coming up, through the illusions coming up, through any of the games going on. Keep connecting to your heart. This is so important. This is so important. This is so important. We are also in the midst, the Mars Yod energy is still bringing us, and I love that. It's actually Mars at 11 degrees in Virgo, so it's major healing energy. How do you align with the healing energy? This is important. This is purposeful. So keep connecting to your holistic self, body, mind, spirit, soul, heart. If you are not tuning into your energetic bodies, then you're not tuning into your whole spectrum of health, and that these energetic bodies have much wisdom to share. So we have that energy going on, and I just feel like it's like aligning with all of those to move forward. What do we have today that we need to look at? Moon moving into Sagittarius. Oh, Venus. Venus has not shifted yet, but Venus is shifting into Libra. Now, I will say, because this is going a little long, I'm going to go into Venus and Libra tomorrow, but Venus will be at 0 all day today. So we will feel the Venus offline. And Venus offline always feels like the world gets a little dimmer. We may not feel as loving, compassionate, warm, nurturing. I find all that energy dips quite a bit with Venus at 0. But Venus in Libra is hopefully going to bring us into some nice, juicy balance and really help work us deeper into our feminine, all of us, a little bit, or into the yin, I rather say yin, into yin energies, into our receptivity, into our intuition, into our nurturing. So we will look at that tomorrow. But Venus at 0, 0 means 0. We're adjusting to the energy, and it just kind of feels a little offline. Moon in Sagittarius, though, is like, with everything, please try not to take it personally. Try to go into that higher perspective. If you find yourself here, how can you widen what you're looking at? If you are feeling so strongly on one side, how can you see the other side, and vice versa, and see that there is a bigger picture unfolding? Moon in Sagittarius will help that. We also have to remember that we have that North Node in Gemini energy, and it's so important to keep staying abreast of the moment and staying curious to the lessons unfolding. All right, so oof. Mercury connecting, I don't even understand how this is happening. As I'm looking at this, I'm like, really? Oh yeah, because that's not the right date. Like, Mercury's not connecting to Pluto. That is not happening. It was back a week. All right, so Moon in Sagittarius, making most of the connections through that's what Mercury's connecting to. I'm like, Mercury's connecting to something, but it's not that. Mercury connecting into Saturn, also working itself into this yod, reminding ourselves to listen to ourselves on that holistic level. Very important. This is where some of this healing is going to come in, but we may really have to dust ourselves, clear off some projections and shoulds and energies from others that we have tuned into. This is a great week for energetic hygiene, clearing, cleansing yourself often. Moon in Sagittarius making the rest of the connections. Moon is going to square. It's going to square Mercury. It's going to connect to Saturn, and it's going to square Mars. Hooray! Oof. It's just such a week. It all feels like oof. This week is just oof. Squaring the Mars, squaring Mercury. This is where we're at in the world. Who knows better? I don't know. But I am listening to myself deeply. I am listening to my heart deeply. I am listening to my intuition deeply. And I think this is the best thing we can do. But you may find yourself getting in conflict. There may be a lot of know-it-alls kind of popping up in and through this energy. And it can lead to major frustration, that Mars-Moon connection. So if you feel like, kicking something, punching something, go find your pillow, let that energy move through you. It's always good. Ooh, that was a nice smack. It's always good to move Mars energy literally physically through the body. Even if you throw your arms open and be like, let that go, right? That'll help. I do love Moon and Saturn connecting. However, you may have some brilliant genius coming through, especially when you can get past the shoulds or the know-it-alls. Like, what is your genius offering that you are bringing in, that you are calling in, that you are connecting into for the world? So, leaving this here way too long, but oh well. I say way too long because this is going to take so long to upload. So anyway, besides all this, you can book a reading with me if you want to dig into your personal chart. Email me, mimitark@gmail.com for that. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. Oh my gosh, and you contain so much in your beautiful heart. Please connect into it. Ding, through the universe. The better it gets, the better it gets. Truly, I know it's such intense times. Things are shifting. Better is part of the process. Better is on the horizon. But it is. The better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you have the power. I think I said all these. Stay curious. Namaste.